Hello everyone, Ben Williamson from InvestorHub. I'm here with Tchacos from ADX Energy. How are you going, Ian?
Very well, Ben. Thank you.
No worries. And we're at the Ignite Summit in Hong Kong this week. So, Ian, how have you been enjoying it?
Yeah, look, I think it's a very good conference, a very good opportunity for us to engage with different markets to what we're normally used to. Predominantly, it's been Australia and then more recently Europe.
Great. All right. Well, I guess for people at home, give us a bit of an overview. Tell us about ADX.
Well, ADX is an Australian listed company, but all our assets are in Europe.
Okay.
Our main focus has been in Austria, where we've got boots on the ground. Historically, we went into Austria about 3 years ago, bought production. We're producing at around 250 barrels a day net, so we've got cash flow to support ourselves. We then picked up exploration acreage. We're only the third company to actually hold exploration licenses in Austria. For 75 years, it's been a duopoly. So it's quite exciting for a little Australian company to come in and take over from, on one side, Exxon and Shell, and on the other side, it was OMV, the national oil company. Okay,
wow. So just now there's three large companies vying for the oil.
No, there's two large companies and one active junior.
Yeah.
So we've been pretty successful. We've made another oil discovery, and we've been building quite a substantial exploration portfolio. So what's attractive about Austria is there's lots of really good infrastructure.
Yep.
It's a small country, but a lot of oil and gas has been produced. We believe there's a lot more to discover with more modern seismic techniques. And we had one big operator walk out, give us all their data, and now we've been exploring around them. And so far we've made an oil discovery. The other big benefit of our Austria, we can drill a well and been able to get it into production within 6 months.
Wow.
The same thing in Australia would probably take at least a couple of years. Onshore in the UK, you wouldn't even think about it. So it's a big benefit for us because Austria's kind of very can-do. It's a tier one, if you like, area. So that's why we focus there. We're now also developing potential opportunities in Italy, offshore Italy, where it's back open for business. We've been working on a license gazettal for nearly 5 years, and as the government's become, more conservative and more pro-development, plus the big demand for energy in Europe, we've been able to actually secure a license in shallow water offshore, very close to a new development, and somewhere which has had lots of data when they were drilling for oil. They also saw gas, did nothing about it 20 years ago. Now we can do lots with it.
Yeah, now it's very... I was going to ask what's exciting about the business, but you've just listed about 4 or 5 different things that are happening at the moment.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. I think what a lot of people, particularly our Australian investors, don't realise. I mean, Europe's energy prices are very high.
Yeah.
The demand is very high. So look, what we're doing is really important. The Europeans have been asleep at the wheel for 20 years buying gas from Russia. Now they're trying to find alternatives. So, it's all becoming a little bit easier, and we think there's quite a position for us to develop assets fairly quickly there.
Yeah, awesome. And I guess from a cycle point of view, where do you think you are in that sort of cycle from them?
Yeah, look, it's a very tough cycle for energy.
Yeah.
I think obviously there's a lot of uncertainty in relation, particularly, equity markets due to our friend Mr. Trump, and that's having an impact on oil price. Whereas gas price obviously is staying strong. We drilled a big well last year. The results of the Welchow 1 well were, pretty average to start with. We've still got more work to do there. It's potentially a very big play, but it's quite complicated, so it'll take longer. As a result, our share price has dropped about 75%. So we're now rebuilding. We've got some really interesting new drilling opportunities that we're going to get into this year. So hopefully, people will start to see a bit of recovery.
Given proximity to the market, what are you seeing in the market that others might not be aware of?
Well, I think it's the whole European energy play.
Yeah.
I think, we're seeing in Australia, if you like, moving towards renewables is taking a hell of a lot longer. and it's more difficult.
Yep.
The Europeans have been doing it for 20 years, and they're finally, realising they're going to need gas and oil for a hell of a lot longer. So, we're very well placed for that in the heart of Europe, and it's just an ideal place to explore for oil and gas and develop it.
Great. Well, it sounds like you've got a good story. You've been talking to investors here during the day. What's the response been like?
Yeah, look, I think investors in APAC are looking for new opportunities. I think probably Europe has been kind of off the agenda, but I think it's coming onto the agenda now. We're seeing more investment in Europe, actually even coming out of the US. So, and we're seeing a lot of interest. But it's a question of people finding the right entry point. So if we can deliver the right sort of projects, I think we can get a new investment coming out of Asia, specifically Hong Kong.
And so I guess to that point about timing of the investment, right? So if I was looking at the business, now I understand the business and I'm thinking about when to make my entry, why should someone invest now rather than wait?
Firstly, because we've really been kicked in the guts.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
And
it's a good price.
So the price is good. But also we're getting now into an area where we've got a number of really good opportunities, I think, to really strengthen the business. As well as, the very high impact stuff where we'll be doing a lot of things that are going to enhance our profitability and cash flow, and I guess really build a sort of cornerstone for the business.
Yeah, awesome. It's great to have that cash flow coming in as well.
Yeah.
So, Ian, thank you very much. If people want to get in touch, what's the best way that they can do that?
Yeah, just get on the website, get in touch with at ADX Energy, and we always respond.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
All the best.